Hey, people. You see your blind buddy, man. I'm coming at y'all this on whatever time of the day it is. It's 4:12 in the evening, you know. Uh, and this one right here, man, is on, people always wanting to know what the gospel of Jesus Christ is. And I walked around for a long time. It's like everybody says, you want to hear the good news. You want to hear, and I've been waiting to say, what's the good news? And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that can attest to what I'm telling you. Are you still looking for the good news? What is the good news? You go to church and say you want to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. What is the gospel of Jesus Christ? And people say, Jesus loves you. I'm like, everybody know that. What's the good news? Is that, can you go in more into detail? What's the good news? What is the gospel of Jesus Christ? So I'm like, so I had to go and I asked the Spirit, Father, what is the gospel of Jesus Christ? What is the good news? And it's explained to me in the Spirit that Jesus came down and gave a blood sacrifice of his life. But so that the stuff that we've done, when it catches up to us, we can, once we see where we've been wrong and what we've been falling for, Jesus makes a way for us to get out of that sinful trail by turning around and coming back the way that you came. A lot of people say, well, man, I done too much. Man, if you done too much, you wouldn't be breathing. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
As long as you got life in your body, breath in your body, use your body to turn around and go back the other way. But you got to understand, if you're going to live a forever life, it's going to take you forever to get back. Get back to the place where you keep going straight. You just keep going straight. Don't worry, you're going to get, whether you're going to get to God, it's going to take you forever to get to God. It's going to take all of us forever. And the journey is the good experience, getting back to God. Because then you start to understand who God is. That's the good news, that you can get back. You ain't got to continue down a path of destruction. You mean to tell me a man down here could be bold and strong enough to walk down in the depths of hell, but ain't strong enough and brave enough to turn around and go back the other way? Mm. The good news is you can go back the other way. You ain't got to keep going down toward the dark hole of destruction that you think you done laid for yourself. Turn around and walk back the other way. You think you done too much? Guess what? As long as you think that, you're just going to keep walking down the path to the point of where, you will be done too much. And you're going to regret that you didn't turn around and go back. That's the good news. You can turn around and go back. Turn around and walk back the other way, and don't ever walk back the way that you came from. That's the good news. But you have to be the one to make that choice. If you're just going to keep walking down that path, then don't worry about it. If you truly want salvation, salvage what you got, and God will rebuild it back to where it was supposed to be. You got to be dependent on the one that you're looking for in order for the good news to take effect in your life. You understand what I'm saying? So that good news only becomes better news when you receive it. And the more of that news you receive, the more of a headline you become. The good news is to get back to God is to shine and keep the course. Keep the course. Look at this earth. This earth keeps the course. It sets up generation after generation after generation of generations of children that's headed down a path of destruction. Look at this earth. This earth, every generation brings itself to the point, to the brink of destruction, to the point to where the earth is being destroyed. Every generation is destroying the earth. Now if you don't believe it, there ain't nothing, there ain't no kind of news that's gonna help you. There ain't no good news that's gonna help you. Because this is the actual good news. This is the truth. You want Jesus Christ's gospel? The gospel of Jesus Christ is Jesus Christ came down here and gave a blood sacrifice as an atonement for your sin. That's the gospel. That is his journey. Your journey, what is your gospel? Don't make your gospel a path of destruction to where that's where Jesus come down here and die for nothing, but for you. It won't be for everybody. It'll just be for you. Don't make Jesus good news in his gospel be all for nothing because you didn't want to accept it. Now you want to know the real truth because you go in church to church, dance around the true gospel. I ain't saying all of them do. But to hear it like this, if you really want the truth about the good news, that's the good news. You can turn around and come back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Stop doing what you're doing and don't worry about what the world thinks of. You got to come away, all the way away from the world because the world is where you're destroying yourself. Come away from the world and what the world thinks and you'll see that you'll start rebuilding something that was there in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? And it didn't take no money for it to be there. You know where it came from. It's what your flesh desired that got your soul in trouble. Your soul in trouble and your soul need redeeming. Ain't no redemption for your flesh. Your flesh gonna die. You need to start redeeming your soul. That's the good news. Use your body to start redeeming your soul. That's the good news. Do it while your body still has breath. Don't continue down the path of destruction when you know that there's a chance. When all you got to do is turn around. Give your life over to Christ and do it with an open and honest heart. Trust me, you will make it if you continue the course. If you keep the course, you will make it. Now, you don't believe me? Hey, I won't see you there. But if you want it, let me know. Talk to me, and I'll tell you how to get on the path. I'm not bashful at all. If you want to know anything about what I'm talking about, go back and listen to my videos, and I'm telling you, I can back up everything I'm saying. I'm not here for no likes or nothing like that. This is true knowledge, and it's spiritual. And if you don't believe it, being spiritual, then you're not too far gone. You got to want this for yourself. Want it like you wanted the world. You got to want it just as bad as you wanted the world. And you got to turn away from the world and come and get this. And you got to stay on course. Because it wasn't easy for you to get to where you at. It ain't gonna be easy for you to come back. Now, if you're tough enough to go through it, you ought to be tough enough to come back through it. Don't claim to be tough while you're walking through it, and not be tough enough to come back through it and live forever. Cause in a place where you're gonna live forever, being tough, walking through it, that toughness is gonna run out. Be tough enough to walk back through it that you may not have to look tough anymore. Walk back through it just as tough so it can weaken you down and put you where you're supposed to be, in a place of submission where you can find peace because the chaos ain't gonna never cease. Understand me? Sliding through like a sheet of grease. It's your blind buddy, baby. We'll catch you on the next one.